Cryostasis always feels like I'm dying. Cold, weightless. Then gravity slams back into my bones and the world is noise. Helldiver designation K-17. Reinforcement status. Last available. Civilian evacuation from Terminid invasion in progress. Mission timer active. The pod doors hiss open. White light, anthem in the background. I stand because that is what Helldivers do. I run to the pod, frost still flaking from my armor. The Hell pod clamps down around me. I select my stratagems. Ka-choom! Then, I'm falling. Zero gravity at first. The feeling is peaceful. Calm before the storm. Slowly, the planet's gravity is pulling me down. Then, faster, faster, accelerating to the planet's surface to spread managed democracy. The atmosphere ignites outside the viewport. The pod is shaking violently. The impact warning blares. Brace! 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 I close my eyes. For Super Earth. For liberty! Crunch. The pod buries itself in soil and chitin. The door blows outward and I'm stepping into hell. Smoke, screaming. Bugs everywhere. Mission timer. 4 minutes, 42 seconds. I key in the stratagem sequence without thinking. Down, up, right, left. Throwing out a sentry. The pod slams down behind me and the turret unfolds, immediately spitting rounds into the swarm. I drop prone and punch in another code. Down, down, left, up, right, expendable anti-tank. The EAT lands at my side. The-thump, the-thump, the-thump. A charger barrels through the smoke. I shoulder the launcher and fire. The warhead tears it apart as easily as a bread ration. I'm covered in gore and chunks of hardened shell. I quickly pick up the remaining EAT and sling it over my back. The turret clears most of the chaff. I clear the rest with carefully placed shots. The warriors and hive guards require a bit more finesse. The turret's ammo reserve runs dry. I will extract before I can call in another. Civilians sprint past me, towards the last shuttle. Gunfire? I thought I was the last. I push forward through broken buildings and find her holding a defensive line alone. Bright blue SEAF armor, rifle shaking, blood on her sleeve. Platoon? I ask. She doesn't look at me. Gone, she says, in a quiet, desperate voice. More bugs inbound. I can hear them clicking and screeching. My visor informs me of their location. 75 meters and closing. Get ready, Blueberry. Another wave is coming. She fights well. Controlled bursts, efficient reloads. We fall into a rhythm, like we've trained together for years. The final evac shuttle lifts off behind us. Primary objective complete. I check the timer. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. She stares at the sky where the shuttle vanished. A shell-shocked expression on her face. You can go, she says. You did your part. I don't answer. I key in another stratagem. Down, down, up, right. Resupply inbound. The swarm thickens. I can smell the bugs' vile pheromones slipping past the filters in my helmet as they call for reinforcements. Another stratagem. Right down, up, right, down. Orbital laser. Calling in an orbital strike. The sky splits open with a brilliant white fury. The beams size through dozens of bugs in seconds. The ground glows molten. My ammo counter is blinking red. Last reload. I check my belt. 1 stim left. A shadow rises behind the smoke.
Bile Titan!
She screams. Last stratagem. Up, right, down, down, down. 500 kilogram bomb. Calling in an eagle. The payload drops down from above. I grab her and force us both flat against the ground. Boom! The shockwave empties the air from my lungs. I look up. The Titan is dead. Just a crater full of guts and slime. The resupply pod crashes down beside us. It sparks. It hisses. It does not open. I slam a fist against the hatch. Nothing. A faulty re-entry tile fused the latch shut. Mission timer, 1 minute, 3 seconds. Extraction now available. Technically, I am finished. Mission accomplished. Regulation state. Primary objective secured. Helldiver may extract. SEAF casualties. Acceptable. I look at her. Not this one. She is reloading a nearly empty magazine with hands that won't stop shaking, salvaging bullets from mostly spent mags that lay near her fallen comrades. Extraction is available, I say. She nods.
Go. I'll be fine.
I don't. I can't leave her here. Mission timer, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Destroyer, leaving low orbit. Emergency extraction Pelican, inbound. Come on, soldier. You're enlisted aboard the SES Sword of Truth now. She follows. The bugs approach from all sides now. The horizon is wriggling in all directions. We sprint towards the extraction. I can hear Pelican 1 approaching in the distance. I hear the crumbling of packed desert earth behind us. Bug breach? The thump, the thump, the thump. Another charger. Run. Don't look back. Dive to the left when you reach the extraction pad. We make it to the extraction pad. She dives left. I dive right. My timing is off. The charger hits me square. Ribs broken. Chest hemorrhaging. I quickly switch to my last EAT. Aim. Fire. Boom! The charger erupts in a fountain of gore, and I can hear her cry out in pain. Ah! I move to assess the situation. My vision is fading. 1 stem left. She's unconscious, but breathing. She has a shrapnel wound in her thigh. She's bleeding out. Her femoral artery is likely severed or punctured. I'm bleeding internally. Cryostasis doesn't feel like dying at all. 1 stem left. I awake to the sound of Pelican 1's engines, the acrid smell of bug viscera in my nose, blood in my mouth. My leg is throbbing. The Pelican is landing. The Helldiver is on the ground. I know what he did. I crawl to him and try to pull him up. He's heavier than I expect. Ah! My leg! Get on board! Pelican 1 shouts. I'm not leaving him. The bugs are scrambling towards extraction. I estimate about 25 meters away and closing fast. I grab under his arms and pull. He doesn't move. My leg! I'm not strong enough. Not with this injury. Let's go, Blueberry! The pilot shouts. I said I'm not leaving him. He won't be bug food. He's a Helldiver. He knew the risks. He knew that his bones might lay the foundation to build the future, and he chose you to save his part of it. I cry out in desperation. I unclasp his helmet. The lock clicks, and I pull it free. He's young. Younger than I expected. His eyes are closed. There's a faint smile on his face. Like he's asleep. Like he's having a pleasant dream of being back on Super Earth. I will carve his name onto the wall of martyrs myself if I have to. He will not be forgotten. Board now! The pilot screams. I take the helmet. I'm running on board. The Pelican lifts off just as the swarm reaches his body. I can't watch. Inside the helmet, tucked in the padding, I find a folded paper. A CO1 permit wrapped around a photograph. A woman in a flight suit, smiling at the camera, wind in her hair. I hold the helmet close as the pelican flies back. Gentle shifts in gravity let me know we've reached orbit. The flight back is so quiet and peaceful. Not like the hell we've just experienced. The pelican docks with the super destroyer. The bay doors open. I step out, holding his helmet against my chest. Around me, the war continues. New Helldivers thaw. New pods launch. I sit on a supply crate. I hold the helmet close and cry. Down below me, the foundation is being laid for humanity's glorious future. This short story was really an exercise for me. It was a way for me to practice writing and to exercise a certain style of writing so that I could learn from it before I start a much larger project of mine. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For me, this was an opportunity to do exactly that, to practice the craft, to try and make something a little better going forwards. And going forwards, I'll be working on a much larger narrative project inspired by one of my Dungeons & Dragons character, Jake Kivilian. The series will be titled The Chronicles of Jake Kivilian. Well, most likely. That seems to be the winning title so far. So this story was just the first iteration of my writing, and going forwards, I hope that you will look forward to the Chronicles of Jake Kivilian. Thank you. Never stop improving. Valasco out.